So if I told you I was holding a single 50-meter cable that costs $565, you'd probably assume I got scammed, right?
I mean, yeah, that sounds absolutely ridiculous at first
It
glance.
really does. But, well, today we are actually looking at a product page for exactly that. So welcome to today's deep dive, where our mission is basically to unpack the specs of a seemingly simple item with a massive price tag.
Yeah, and specifically, we're looking at the DVIGear DVI-2350-FOD multimode fiber optical cable, which is sold by a vendor called HDTVSupply.
Right. So to understand the sticker shock, we first have to look inside the cable itself, which, operates on completely different physics than the standard cords plugged into your home TV.
Exactly. I mean, people assume it's just a longer copper cord, but this is a 50-meter, so like a 164-foot multimode fiber cable. It's built around a very specific 50125 micrometer architecture.
Okay, wait, let's unpack that 50125 micrometer spec.
Yeah.
Because normal cables use copper, right? They rely on standard electrical signals.
Right, just basic electricity.
And pushing data through copper over long distances it's like trying to push a heavy rock through mud. You eventually lose momentum to electrical resistance.
Yeah, signal degradation is a huge issue there.
Mm.
But this is fiber optic, meaning it uses low-loss optical performance. Light, basically.
So if I understand the specs right, instead of a muddy dirt road, this 8-channel fiber optic setup is essentially a dedicated 8-lane light-speed superhighway.
That is a great analogy, actually. So the 50125 spec refers to the glass inside. The core actually carrying the light pulses is just 50 micrometers wide.
Wow, so that's, what, thinner than a human hair?
Oh, much thinner. And surrounding it is a 125 micrometer layer of glass called cladding. The cladding's entire job is to basically constantly bounce the light back inward.
So no data escapes as it travels down the line. That's wild.
Right.
And the product page mentions it uses 8 precision terminated LC connectors, right, for multi-channel connectivity.
Yeah, so LC stands for a lucent connector. They have a secure snap-in locking mechanism because, well, when you're dealing with light, the physical alignment has to be absolutely perfect.
Because if it's off by even a millimeter, the light hits the side of the port instead of the sensor.
Exactly, and your data just drops entirely. It's incredibly precise.
Well, understanding how it transmits data at light speed kind of leads perfectly into where it's legally allowed to be installed, which dictates its outer shell.
Right, the environment matters just as much as the internal glass.
Yeah, because the features list this really specific Plenum-rated CMP black jacket. And wait, so I shouldn't just string this across my living room floor. Like,
Yeah.
why does an air duct require a specialized jacket?
Well, you could put it in your living room, but that's massive overkill. The CMP, or Communications Multi-Purpose Cable Plenum rating, is specifically for in-ceiling and air handling spaces.
Like drop ceilings or air ducts where oxygen flows freely?
Exactly. It's a strict fire safety code requirement. Standard plastic jackets burn really fast and release thick, toxic smoke.
Oh, so in an air duct, a fire on a standard cable would act like a fuse.
Yes, it would instantly spread flames and toxic gas through the entire building's ventilation system. So the CMP jacket uses highly fire-retardant materials.
Like Teflon or something similar.
Yeah, exactly like Teflon. Building codes legally require you to use this if you're running wire through those oxygen-rich spaces.
So here's where it gets really interesting for you listening. Because of the high-speed optical capacity and the strict safety ratings, this cable really isn't for casual consumers.
No, not at all. I mean, you're paying for regulatory compliance as much as transmission speed. It's the backbone of massive commercial enterprise ecosystems.
Like data centers, broadcast facilities, or mission-critical AV systems, right? Because HDTVSupply specializes in large-scale modular matrix switchers.
Right, we're talking about systems that can connect up to 160 TVs simultaneously.
I mean, think about a colossal sports bar on the opening day of the NFL season. If you are wiring a facility like that, a $565 cable isn't really an expensive cord.
It's a remarkably cheap insurance policy.
Right, because a catastrophic signal failure while thousands of people are watching would be a total disaster.
Exactly. When you manage a commercial facility of that scale, reliability is your primary currency. And DVIGear even backs this with a 3-year warranty.
Because the cost of a system going down, like lost revenue and emergency repairs, just vastly outweighs the upfront cost of the cable.
Oh, 100%. The premium price makes total sense in that context.
So what does this all mean for you? The ultimate takeaway here is that buying this 50-meter cord isn't just about connecting point A to point B.
No, you're investing in reliable, high-speed, code-compliant infrastructure.
Right. It requires microscopic precision in the manufacturing and specialized chemistry in its protective shell, just to make sure data moves seamlessly and safely.
It's an engineering marvel, disguised as a simple black wire.
It really is. So next time you're sitting in a massive sports bar or a high-tech corporate building watching dozens of screens flawlessly sync up, don't just look at the TVs. Look up at the ceiling vents.
Yeah, think about what's actually behind them.
Exactly. Just wonder how many miles of invisible light-pulsing glass threads are secretly wrapped in those fire-resistant jackets, acting as the silent superhighways keeping that entire operation alive.